Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the live stream here. I'm just getting started, so this is kind of a... I had actually planned to do a stream this week, but I had no idea what I was going to stream, and then it just kind of hit me on Monday night that I'll just call this the Quaran-Stream, because I am now basically stuck at home. As a result of everything crazy that's going on around here. We'll get into that more as we get started. But I decided to go ahead and stream one of my favorite games. It's been one I've been wanting to do on here for a while. I've already done 2 other parts in this series, and I'm thinking of finishing out the trilogy tonight. So it's actually kind of weird. I started with the first game, then I skipped to the 3rd game because I think the 3rd game in this series is horribly underrated. A lot of people think it's the worst of the series. I tend to think of it as kind of like a, this was a good way to end it. Just move on to the next thing. I think the people who made it were kind of done with it. But the 2nd game is definitely the best. I think a lot of people would agree with that who have played this series. And I guess I've kind of posted it in the tag of the stream already, but if you can't tell what it is now, let's go ahead and get this all started. Whoops. Hang on, I messed up. I'm supposed to be starting this with something, and it didn't start right. Let me just say. Already doing a mulligan. Should we start this? There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, here comes the game. And me as well. How we doing, everyone? Got my green on today because it's still St. Patty's Day. I'm going to try getting into the stream here. We already have someone in the chat. I want to welcome OXO Good. Welcome to the stream tonight, man. I hope you're having a good one. Looks like we've already been chatting a little bit. Said family is healthy. That is indeed, I think, the most important thing that we can ask for at this moment. Health is always something that is, believe it or not, at the forefront of my mind. I've been focusing on that a bit more lately. As you can tell, I've kind of lapsed in that department in recent years and trying to get back on it a little bit. But anyway, for years I said this game's name wrong. I called it Diddy Kong's Quest instead of Diddy's Kong Quest. I didn't realize it was a pun. A pun on Conquest. So I guess that's one way to put it. But this is technically not Donkey Kong Country 2. I don't think they put that on anything but the box art. The title screen doesn't say it. So this is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, believe it or not. Right up there with what I streamed last week, which is what kind of put this in my mind to stream eventually. I already did Donkey Kong Country 1, then I did Donkey Kong Country 3. I think that's a horribly underrated game. I think it's kind of the best of the bunch, except for, I mean, not the best of the bunch, but the best of kind of like a greatest hits album. You know, nothing really new or groundbreaking in that game, and the soundtrack is, yeah, it's not as good as this game. Maybe not even as good as the first game, but I think overall it's kind of like a good homage. It's a good sequel. And I think it gets a lot of flack now unnecessarily. But this game is what we're talking about today. And I'm going to go ahead and get past the title screen here. This is, I think, the best game in the franchise, even to this very day, including everything that's been made now. So, this game was released in 1995, which makes it 25 years old this year. Whew, blew my mind a little bit when I heard that, so that means I was 9 years old when this game came out. I had probably just played the original Donkey Kong Country not too long before this one. And, excuse me, if you hear me clearing my throat or coughing, it is not due to the viral outbreak that is taking over the globe. I have bronchitis at the moment. It is diagnosed by a physician, and you have no idea how many times I've had to explain that to people over the past couple of weeks. So, I am on the other side of it, although tonight, right before the stream, I started coughing a bit again, so my apologies ahead of time if I'm coughing throughout the whole thing. So you hear me clearing my throat and doing all that stuff now. Wow, actually, that's better. But anyway, that's why I'm coughing today, not because of anything else. However, I heard that does make me more susceptible, so hopefully this quarantine will help me out. First off, I'm just going to get started right in here to this song. This is, I think, the best overworld theme of any of the games. The first game has a good overworld theme, but I don't know, this one's got that kind of dreaded soundtrack to it that lets you know you're about to hit a very difficult game, face an incredible evil. It's just something I really like. So, Nathan Carey, welcome to the stream. Let's take a look at what you wrote here. Player 1, nobody wants to see this game, pal. How dare you play it? Love from Sega SG. Wow. Yeah, my initial plan for this stream was actually to start capturing footage for the Ultimate next week, depending on how this whole quarantine situation works out. But yeah, sorry, I had to follow up last week after doing Super Mario World for Mario Day. I had to follow up some DKC. There was a whole there was actually 2 people who responded to my post on Twitter. Oh, sorry, I have to read this out. I've kidnapped that lumbering fool, Donkey Kong, and... Okay. I don't know. Well, anyway, Donkey Kong's been kidnapped, which is weird because that explains why he's not in this game. So yes, even though they call it Donkey Kong Country 2, technically, it's not Donkey Kong Country 2, based on the story. Dang, I gotta get back used to these controls here. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Hope everything is going well with you. Everyone bunkered in for the day. I was actually trying to think of all the things that we can still do. Because in Illinois, we are kind of almost on a whole state lockdown here. So, Friday before I left work, the Illinois State Board of Education announced, by the way, I work at a school, that should help, announced that as of Tuesday, all schools in the state of Illinois were going to be shut down for, at minimum, could go longer, 14 days. And our notice was Friday after I got off of work, so that was convenient timing. So the weekend was kind of hectic, trying to prepare for that. I work as a technology guru in our school, so I was more or less... what button is it? A, probably? Yep. So I was the one responsible for setting up all of our e-learning stuff and getting all that out. It was great, but things are finally starting to calm down now as we get some sort of a new norm established. So I just wanted a game that I could kind of plow through. If there is interest, I can probably switch over to another game later on, but I'm going to play this at least for the first part of this stream. I could go back to the Sega, I can always do that. But this game is... Let's see if I can get a coin. Oh, I got bananas. I'm actually in a live chat here. It's not telling me how many people are online or anything. So this is actually my new setup, which is why you see me in a different location, so I'm kind of reclined back a little bit. So I'm actually streaming from my living room, the best place to be quarantined. Not that my streaming station downstairs is not comfortable, this is just more so. Plus, I have a bigger screen that I'm playing on here. When I play downstairs, I'm usually playing on a, what is it? A 24-inch screen. This is a 65-inch screen. Do I remember? There we go. Let's say I didn't play as Dixie Kong earlier. Let's see what else we got going on here. Well, the kids at my the school that my kids attend, many parents are refusing to bring their children there, so they shut it down Monday. It wasn't worth them keeping it open. I can see that. Since I'm at a public school, I don't know if there were anybody. I'm not aware of anyone who was holding their kids out, except for maybe if they were already sick. They were trying not to spread things around. We had a local outbreak of influenza in our area. I think influenza A. So a lot of people were already concerned about that outbreak. And then we had, just missed it. I don't know if I can actually grab that. It respawned back where it's supposed to. Lovely. So now I can't get any of the other secrets. Oh, kind of. No, I can't. Well, I'm going to do a suicide run here and just end it so I can restart this level. I really don't like getting through the level if I can do all the tricks to it. Those graphics, game holds up great today. Yes, I agree, Todd. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And Dryerland, welcome to the stream as well. Never cared much for Donkey Kong Country. Maybe because I never owned it. Yeah, I didn't own the first one. Actually, I didn't own any of these for years, but the first one I bought was when I was in high school, probably, around the year 2003-ish. Found it at a garage sale, but I used to rent these all the time. Because I had a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis all the way up until 1999, so this was my most current console that I had from 1991 until 1999. Oh, it respawned. But yes, I agree with the graphics holding up all the way. I think it just looks appealing. It's got a nice color scheme, nice cartoon look. People like, it was a fun game, yep. Definitely enjoy this one. Hey, T-Tech Trap, thanks for joining me. Never played this, only the original Donkey Kong Country. Oh, you're missing out. My opinion, this one, the second one, is the best in the series. I like them all, but this one is my favorite. Something about that pirate motif. Oh, it kept my coin. I didn't realize it would do that. Hey, Godzilla, thanks for joining us. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well. Got my green on, still sporting it. I was wearing a different shade of green earlier at work. I had a green polo on. It's very easy for me to get St. Patrick's Day attire because green is the school's color that I work at, and it happens to be my favorite color. So I have no problem dressing up in green for St. Patrick's Day. Glad to see some of you guys coming in already early on the stream. Definitely makes this go a little bit, have a bit more fun. Playing a game that I've played many times before, but not lately. Alright, let's see if I can get this. It's very satisfying. I have a lot of things in here that are... Let's see if I can get this. Yeah. Oh, I need a cannonball. Not much drinking going on. Pubs and bars mostly shut down here. Yeah, that's the same here. They all shut down. They're actually only offering pickup service starting today. And I live... Oh, I got hit. I should have been paying more attention. I only got since I live in a rural community, we don't have delivery around here too often. So we actually have one place that usually delivers. Now I think almost every restaurant in town is delivering, so that's a nice thing. But I don't know, if I'm gonna eat at home, I'm gonna cook at home. So I actually don't mind cooking there. It's yet another way to pass the time. But on a day like today, it would be nice to kind of go out, have some fun with some friends, eat some bangers and mash or shepherd's pie. Oh, I forgot about the secrets in this level. Yep. Wow, now I gotta play this game. Thanks for having me. Hey, thanks for stopping by any time. You want to stop by and have fun with us on here on the stream, T-Tech Tribe, you are more than welcome. Ooh. Almost didn't make that jump. Should have used Dixie. It's okay, I have beer in my fridge, yep. That's always a good thing here. I wonder if that was the next thing. Toilet paper is what everyone's stocked up on, but I wonder who else was grabbing their own cases of Corona during this. Or I guess, being it's St. Patrick's Day, what would we have to do? Oh, the name is escaping. What's the beer that has the Irish beer that has like the ball inside of it? Supposedly keeps the beer fresh. I can't think of the name. 50 years old, retired, not into cooking unless it's barbecue. Well, actually, a friend of mine got me in the mood to start barbecuing and grilling out. The weather's starting to get nice here, so that's going to be nice too. I got myself some chicken and a steak to throw on the grill. And I was thinking about getting some ribs, and I can grill up some ribs. Guinness. Why did it take me so long to think of that? The only thing that came into my mind was O'Doul's, and I knew that wasn't right. I'll just chalk it up to the fact that I'm not a drinker. I actually don't drink at all, so... Not against people who do. In fact, almost everyone in my family seems to, but... How am I... Oh, I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing. I'm out of practice on this. Let's see if I can do this again. For some reason, I was thinking they only give you one shot per level. Well, at least the one that I got was the one that had the coin in it. But I am a huge fan of Irish pubs. The food there is usually pretty good. Do some Irish nachos today. I actually did something similar at home. Even though I didn't have all the ingredients for Irish nachos, I just did like a horseshoe out of chicken strips and some french fries. So what is everyone else doing to honor St. Patrick's Day throughout the quarantine? Whenever you use Dixie's helicopter move with her hair there, it's almost not even fair. And I will overuse the heck out of this. There we go. Sorry, I gotta be quick here, so I'm not talking as much. There we go. Watching your son play Minecraft? Hey, whatever we gotta do to pass the time, right? I tell you the truth, I actually, since I work in a school and I've seen so many other kids play Minecraft, I've tried to give Minecraft a shot a few times, and I am just not... I can't get into it. I don't know if it's the lack of story. Maybe I'll get into it when they start doing dungeons. I can probably get into that. But... Oh. Let's try this again. No, try to get the banana coin this time. Ah! Just slightly off. Story of my life. Mine loves it and he's only 6. The Minecraft, that is not the beer. Hey, no judgment, but I would assume that too. You know, I didn't even think about that, but this game is probably not even a good thing. Not the best game for Sega fans to play, seeing as how this series pretty much puts Sega Genesis in its grave. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something that was controversial. But it is true. That and all the mistakes that Sega was making shooting them up themselves into it. I was not paying attention, and I should have been. I'm an old dad. I'm 50 and he is 8. I don't play Minecraft. I couldn't get into the game either. Yeah, it's just I understand the appeal. I like games that help you create something. Like I was trying to think if that's like if Minecraft is more like this generation's Sim City, but it's not even really that. All right, let's see if I can find the secrets. I want to know how many levels of this game are ingrained into my head because of how many times I've seen them. There's the bonus. Actually, it's not a bonus. I think it's just a warp. It's one of the weirdest warps ever, but it takes you right to the end of the level. All right, this is even a bigger challenge. Not yet. Oh, that was it. Probably could have even tried to... Okay. Not yet. I'm waiting to get the banana coin. Now! No! I'll get one. I'll definitely get one. Can't wait to having kids yourself. 42 for me. I am, believe it or not, I always have to correct people when they see me, but I am only 33 years old, so I'm not the oldest person in this group, despite my appearance, but don't have any kids yet. So if I do have kids, I will also be in the same boat as you guys, late to the party myself. I have a lot more fun with other people's kids. Kids that I can, give back if they get too tiring. Here's something that I always thought was missing out of the new Donkey Kong countries, were all of Donkey Kong's original buddies, like the snake guy here. I can't think of all their names. But an interesting coincidence. So since I work in a school district, I'm used to, in the tech department, I'm used to working on Chromebooks. And one day I was working on one of the Chromebooks, and I had to restore the operating system on it. And the Chromebook each Chromebook has their own name for the firmware, basically the stuff behind the operating system. And one day I noticed that one of the OS versions was called On Guard. And I was like, that's funny. I remember the fish, the swordfish buddy in this game, is called On Guard. And then there was another one, and it was called, oh, what was it? It's the name of the elephant buddy. And then I realized, and then the name of the ostrich showed up. And I'm like, as an Easter egg, or as, you know, the Chrome development team, as an homage to Donkey Kong Country and the developers at Rare, I'm sure even some of the people who worked on Chrome OS, probably, if they were young enough, probably could have got their chops started at Rare, started naming the underlying versions of Chrome OS after characters in Donkey Kong Country, specifically the animal buddies. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that but me, but that was kind of an interesting, because I saw it all in a spreadsheet one day and I was like, On Guard, what's the name, Flutterer or something, and then the elephant was in there, Randy or something like that. So yeah, very interesting. Kind of obscure piece of knowledge that I have in my head. Oh, there's the G. Now I've really got to time it out. There we go. And I missed the end. Let's head to the crow's nest. I'm actually doing pretty good for not playing this game for a while. I think the last time I played this game, gosh, was probably when I got the Wii. And I bought it on a virtual console. I have to wait for... Nope, I don't. Sorry, I don't have very many obscure facts about this game. No. There we go. Okay. I thought I was gonna die. Oh, now Mr. Popular all of a sudden. We have latest news from the quarantine happening here in the US. Did I see Amazon is not shipping anything other than essential items? I did not. I should note, until I confirm that from another source, that's a rumor. It's just something that's what's typed in my messages. Oh yeah, this is one of my... This is where I started realizing that video game music could be enjoyable on its own. Because I really do, I dig the theme here. I'm just going to let this theme play for a little bit because I don't want to break the flow here. It's almost got like an early 90s kind of vibe to it. Of course it is from the early 90s, so we can forgive it for that. And there are a ton of tracks in this game that are good. Good. Don't know if I need that or not. There's some good tracks before this, but that's the one. This is the theme for this level. All the lava levels were, like I said, the first time when I realized that I actually really kind of enjoy video games. If it's done right. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, probably another early example of that, but I can't remember which game I played first. If I played Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or this first. Because we got our Sega Genesis back in '94, and we had had the Super Nintendo then for about 3 years. There's another thing too, I will abuse the heck out of this guy's webs, but this guy, I can't remember his name either, but his name was also another name of a version of Chrome OS. Follow the bananas. I'd like to see kids today try to play this game. It is not, oops. It is not always as easy as I make it look. I've just played this game so many times. And I got so good at these early levels because I used to run it all the time. But I'm not as good at the later levels because I always had to return the game, and by the time I got it back, someone would have already wiped all the saves. I don't know if the video rental store did that or there was just someone who really liked deleting everyone's saves every time they played it. If I would have been smart, I would have bought all the games when that video rental store closed, or whenever they stopped renting Super Nintendo games. There we go. Wasn't even trying. I got it back. Did the Odyssey 2 review? Games look great, real sharp. Mine don't look very good. Oh, thanks for the. Yeah, I did a review on the Magnavox Odyssey 2 back. Gosh, a while back ago. I got that, I think, at the beginning of 2018. I was trying to think. Yeah, I was very lucky to find that, and for the price that I did with all the games, it was a very, very good find. And it's not a bad system. My only issue is, and the one I still have with it, is one of the controllers does not work. I think it's the Player 2 controller, so I can play most of the first player games or single player games. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. It's very interesting to go back and play all these consoles. Oh, that's right. Alright. This is yet another one of the iconic things that I like. Don't know what I was trying to do there, but I think I was trying to die. And now I can't do that. That's good. I'll get you. Told you again. Yeah. That's good. I was hoping there was a bonus over here, but it looks like I sacrificed it. Oh, I should have grabbed one of those cannonballs. How did I get the Odyssey 2 games to look so clean and sharp? And you use just regular tube TV? I do, yes. So first off, most of those games, most of those games were in good enough condition when I first got them. So what I think happened was somebody got one of those systems, they probably played it for a while, and then I'm thinking that box must have been sitting in an attic for years and just not touched. So I got really lucky with that. I got an idea. Let's make a game where the people can't see when there's obstacles in their way. I think that's the philosophy of the Rare company. Give them no warning, take several cheap shots, don't ever let the player win. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I have no idea how far I fell. But yes, I also use a regular tube TV to hook up anything with RF. I have a tube TV set up in my main gaming rig downstairs that has all the old consoles hooked up to it. But I actually did in that episode, I did a little bit of a restore where the system was supposed to come with a little switch box to hook everything up to RF, but it didn't. It only came with a cord, so I actually had to go in and mod the console a little bit and get direct RF out of the console, and it makes the signal look a lot cleaner. So, at least the method I use. However, it's not always reliable. So when it does work, it's great, but it doesn't always work. Here we go. Can I get up there? Yes, I can. Hey, Dad72, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. First question I gotta ask. How you feeling? Feeling alright? We're not experiencing any symptoms? You may think I'm being sarcastic, but I do generally care about the people who are willing to come and tough it out with me on my quarantine. And if you didn't hear me say this before, if you hear me clear my throat and coughing, I had bronchitis. It is not a very good time to have bronchitis because I have to explain that to everyone every time I cough. I am on the other side of it though, so I'm doing better. I actually had it last week too, if you saw last week's stream. A couple times where I had to mute everything. Man, I was doing great, and then all of a sudden, I get to talking, and it just starts, messing up. Oh yeah. The weirdest leap of logic I think this game takes. The seals cool down the water. I like how they clap every time they're done. It's just that little extra bit of detail that rare games are known for that just make me smile. Especially in game consoles like these where every byte is sacred. They took the time to make the seals clap, and they wasted valuable cartridge space to make the seals clap. It's just something that makes me smile. I won't say wasted, because obviously it's part of what makes this game great. As you can tell, the levels I'm not that big of a fan of, I'm speeding through. So, not a huge fan of this level. I really don't like these like ant bug things. Or these pufferfish that blow up and explode. Come on, keep going, keep going. I remember playing this game as a kid. This was a game I was like, where do I go? There's several times. Oh, one more thing. Oh, you guys can't see it now. I would say the decks of the ship almost look 3D in the background. Again, just some of those little touches that makes these games a little bit better. Getting ready to play your Sega Genesis Warrior of Rome 2. I have not played that game. How is it? Heard of it, haven't played it. It came up on my list of games that I should try, but I don't know if it's because I haven't collected the game, or if I just didn't have time to feature it. I featured well over 100 games in my Ultimate Sega Genesis review so far, and eventually, pretty soon actually, sooner than you think, I guess I should announce it here. You heard it here first. This Thursday, the Ultimate Sega CD review begins. So, it's actually the Ultimate Sega Genesis review Part 9, but I'm just going to branch it off into its own little series. Because, there we go. What? You can't hit him when he's angry? It's like the Hulk. Very fun strategy game. I do like strategy games. I was actually just talking to one of my coworkers about, he really likes the older strategy games in the mid-90s. Like when they put things like Risk on computer. Risk, now available on CD-ROM or Command & Conquer. Is it kind of like those games? Those bees always scare the heck out of me. I just died. If I would have been patient, I could have just waited, but for some reason I thought, I gotta jump and commit suicide into a lake of lava. And now I'm all the way back to the beginning because I didn't get the check. It is amazing they came up with a game like this based on the source material of Donkey Kong. Because think about what they had for Donkey Kong. They had Mario running up construction beams. Alright, now my goal is to not hit that guy while he's angry. And yes, it is very fun to see the Rhino balance on one of these hot air balloons. See how it makes these sections so much easier? No! See, that's what I don't like about those bees. They're very hard to see the hitbox. They have a little stinger at the end, but the little stinger doesn't always hit you. Other than, I don't think I had one death in the entire first stage of the game. And other than the mines, which I knew I had problems with, not really doing too bad for this run. Okay. And another person who may be watching the stream is actually kind of oh. So I guess this kind of answers the question for me. If I was quarantined on an island, and I could only pick one game to take with me, what game would it be? I don't know if this would be the only game I'd want to take. But it definitely is a good game. Look at that. Saved from the abyss. I like how good he's just hanging in midair, walking. Just blew that over. There goes Randy. Where's my checkpoint? There it is. And now, for something I didn't even know existed for the longest time. Oh. Even though you can kind of see it out of frame. Bonus video. The music is very relaxing. I thought the walking in midair was funny, yeah. He's just kind of chilling back there, just like, I'm not here. The ghost of Diddy Kong. This is actually harder than it looks. Actually, not really. Thought it was going to be harder than it was. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is one of my favorite tracks in the game. This is the one where I really started realizing that how much I like this game. Oh look, I'm going the other way, but I'm not facing the right way. goal here is to take out the right bee. Well, I'm gonna try it. Nope, I'm not. I wouldn't have made it there. I'm gonna try it again. I may or may not be editing right now. I do have this stream on. Keep up the great work, bro. Really. Oh, thanks, T-Tech Trav. I appreciate it. Feel free to work on whatever. This is just kind of a nice, chilled, relaxed stream. Take your mind off of the things that are going on elsewhere in the world. Take it back to a time. Okay, he just disappeared. He must have slid off. Got time this out. Perfect. You gotta throw this nice little challenge here at the end where you gotta get the balloons before they fall all the way down. Tough spot, yeah. Definitely agree with that. Going between the B's is one of the most nerve-wracking things of this game. So I gotta get up high so I get the G. Then I gotta go down low so I don't die when I go to the B's. Okay, I gotta go down again. I like how she pulls out like a box of high C or something like that. Yeah, extra lines. Can definitely do that. Oh. You know what? I'm not gonna bother. And now, my favorite thing in this game, which is these rotating barrels that I just can't ever time correctly. I really like this part of the song. That was nice. That's harder than it looks. It takes precision timing. Something I don't usually have. Except for years of practice with this. Oh, the game is a little... I will say the game is a little bit more than fair here. Here we go. Here's Squawks. Which is, yes, yet another name of Chrome OS. Why? Oh, yeah, Craig can shoot stuff. And then I like how they introduce you to certain concepts like bees that can be killed and bees that cannot be killed. Should I bother with the end? I don't think I need to. Can I get him? Ah. Normally, I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that. See? Yeah. How was I supposed to see that? In 1920 slang term, that is bushwalk. You know what that means? Good for you. Pretty sure you can figure it out. I can't believe the checkpoint for this game. is before the letter O. Usually it's about halfway through. Right, let's see if I get it. I don't like grabbing that letter M. Oh, come on. That was close. That's okay. Because I'm gonna win. Yeah, great. Hey, I still got a banana bird. Or a banana coin. Everything is a third one. Alright, and now for one of the weirdest battles. We're fighting an autonomous sword. I remember this used to actually scare me just a tad. Oh, come on. There we go. Well then. This will take me just a tad. Oh. Probably for the best that I lost that helicopter. Oh yeah, he's being held together by this lava monster. But don't worry, he's not dead yet. It's not the first time they've done that. Well then. We'll make it through it. Don't worry. We've got a couple more stages before I... give this up completely. That was just poor timing. I don't like how long it takes for a throw stone. When you hold down the Y button, like I'm used to in like Mario games and such, sometimes you want to be facing like away from the ledge when you press the Y button. There we go. Try both hands on the controller at all times. Just seems to take her just a tad bit longer to get things and launch them. That sword should be melted by now. There we go. Alright. Oops. I need to do that. I didn't know the hooks were still there. Got it. What is my favorite SNES game? Oh gosh. This is a contender, for sure. I don't know if I can pick an absolute favorite. This one's up there in my top 5. Super Mario World's in my top 5. Final Fantasy III in the top 5 for sure. Mario Kart. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if I can pick a favorite out of those. Star Fox was a good one. I don't know if that would rank in my favorite though. Oh yes, and yet another one. Oh, I can control the barrels now. Another one of my favorite levels here. There's actually one somebody on YouTube that I follow. She does covers of a whole bunch of songs from Donkey Kong Country 2. They're very well done. Nope, not today. As you can tell, this can get annoying in just a tad bit quickly. So the danger is if you wait till it's all done, it'll just fire in whatever direction you just have to be facing. Nice choices. Been playing Lion King for the Game Gear on your Retron 5. You know what? I didn't even think about that for the Retron 5. I think you mentioned that earlier about having some I think you mentioned the Retron 5 before, and I didn't even think about that, but one of the reasons why I don't play my Game Gear games too often is because I can't play it on my TV and capture gameplay footage for it. But I could with the Retron 5. So perhaps I might have to look at investing in one of those again. A lot of letters in this level I wasn't really paying attention. This one you gotta be really quick on. Yeah. Oh! But you can just do that too. So how are things going for everyone tonight? Everything going good? Not going stir crazy yet from any imposed quarantines of some sort? Kind of collecting lives because I'm going to need them for later in the stream if I get that far. I'm really enjoying this new streaming setup I have. If I'm right, oh, I don't like this level. If I'm right, I think one more level, I'm sorry, one more stage, and that'll be about as far as I would usually get in a weekend of gaming. And now I can get through it in a couple hours. So I used to rent this all the time, so I'm trying to... Someone has suggested doing an HD remake of this game, and I'm not sure I would like that. I mean, I'm sure modern gamers would like it. It's probably the only way they'd play them is if they do a modern remake. But I don't know, there's something about the graphical style of this game that just... always appeals to me. Pretty sure I'm taking a shortcut. Not quite sure if I am or not. Sorry for the flashing whenever I turn, the fish turns. The key to this level is just to just keep swimming. We'll just call this the just keep swimming level. And if you know where you're going, this level isn't too bad. But the problem is, it's not always evident where you need to go. That may have been it. This may be where I bite the dust again. We're damn lucky. There we go. Donkey Kong Country is graphically impressive, I agree. Oh, you know, it's been a while since I've saved. I have to save. Oh, the first one's free. She's like a crack dealer. First save is free, the rest you gotta pay for. First save per stage. So if I waited until I got a little farther, I wouldn't have to pay. And to tell you the truth, my run on this game could end very soon. Because if I'm right, the last game in this stage has, I think, the best theme in the game, but is... I don't know how to describe it. How to describe the difficulty. It's not the most difficult game stage I've ever played. It's just annoying. Here's a fancy game of The Floor is Swamp. Oh! I didn't hit it right. Was there a crocodile that came up out of the water? Hang on. I'm watching the replay. Yes, there was. So I can get the O. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. I got thrown off because the game freezes when you get an extra enemy. Sorry, when you get an extra friend. Alright. The key is don't die. I'm not gonna worry about the letters. Why? Why does he jump high twice? When nowhere else in the game do they do that? You can tell when certain stages were meant for a certain character. This one was obviously meant for Dixie. Oh, I missed my spider buddy. Spider bud, spider bud. Does whatever a spider can. Have I ever played Bug on Sega Saturn? The insects on GKC reminds me of it. A little bit, yes, I have played Bug on there. Only because I supposed to beat all these people? I didn't know what. I was supposed to find the coin. Yeah, there we go. Yes, I have played it. Yeah, that's a little bit. It's a little bit right. Oh no! Now I gotta try to get it before that. And then they make it so you can't switch characters. So whatever character you start out with, you're stuck with until. Hey, Joel, how's it going? Sorry I missed the beginning of the stream. Oh, that's alright. Still here, so we're still going. We're under lockdown, so figured why not pass the time doing a little game stream. Hey, Mackenzie, it's good to see you too. Sorry you're late. Don't ever feel like you have to apologize for being late. You're not late. As long as I'm still streaming. Now, the only time you'd be late. I don't know how I'm not dead. There we go. The only time you'd be late is if I'm not streaming anymore. So glad you can make it in. How you guys doing tonight? Keeping healthy, keeping safe. All good here in Chicago. Yep, working from home for the next month too. Wow. Yep. I'm still going in, but there is nobody in the school. Custodians are doing some deep cleaning and some projects, and since I'm on the IT department, I'm working on getting some stuff done. Is this DKC3? What is this? Did I already enter the next level? No, this is actually Donkey Kong Country 2. Diddy's Conquest. I used to say that wrong for years, so forgive me if I say that, if I continue to say that wrong. Oh, I may have just blown this one here. Oh, no. There it is. Things are getting rough here in Kentucky too. My mistake. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, some people might get offended by it, but I like both DKC 2 and 3. Yeah, I was wondering how things were up in by Chicago. I was actually right before all this stuff started getting canceled. I was up there for a conference, and everything seemed fine to me. Except for I had bronchitis when I was up there. I actually had it for the last 3 weeks, and this is not a good time to have bronchitis. I've said that a few times, but I don't know if it ever really is a good time, but this is definitely not a good time. And yes, as somebody's been telling me this whole time, ain't nobody got time for that, right? Good old Sweet Brown. I remember it was, ooh, I could have went down here and avoided that whole thing. Much different now. There's no traffic at all. Super strange. Yeah, I would say so. Considering that Chicago is the, I would call it the traffic capital of the world. Maybe not as bad as some places, but definitely a contender. So does it look like something out of like a horror movie where everything's just kind of down to a standstill? Tumbleweeds moving down the road? It's kind of what I imagined. It appears that my conference was held a week too early then because we're... I need to pay attention to what I'm doing as I'm talking. Because if my conference was now, that'd have been great. There was a lot of traffic when I was heading up there. That was... the last week of February is when that conference was. And it was up in Schaumburg. So, not quite the city, but still out there in the suburbs. There we go. Alright, let's time this out right. You notice that I don't talk as much when I have to work on the timing of something. It's almost like my brain can't handle more than a calculation and speech at the same time. Trying not to get back in there so these guys don't respawn. Got my KONG. There you go. I was trying to duck. No, I missed it. I'm almost at the end too. Not on lockdown yet, but dine-in restaurants are closed, bars, things are still going though. Yeah, we have something similar going on here. We're not completely locked down, but I mean, there's nothing to do here now. I just heard that the movie theaters are shutting down now. At least one of them is. I'm sure the rest will shut down soon. A friend of mine just texted me saying that Amazon is going to be only shipping the essentials. Whatever that means. Hopefully they mean toilet paper. What in the world? My timing's way off. Not gonna lie, I thought you were streaming the Quran. No, not quite. I can see how you got that impression. It's just a play on the word quarantine versus Quaran-Stream. I actually thought about it last night while watching another streamer who sadly announced today that he's going to be... I don't know if it's a break, but he's saying that he's done with streaming, and I think that'd be kind of a shame, because now what am I going to do on Monday nights? He's watching now. He needs to know that. I am not happy with him deciding he's done. I understand it. Doesn't mean I have to be at peace with it. What in the world? Alright. Oh. The problem is these guys respawn at apparently their highest jump as soon as I'm done. There we go. Now, the world's second most hardest jump. Missed it. Damn. Bam. Damn. Oh, I just happened to finish the level right. This should be easy. I want a banana coin. Actually, I want an extra life. Agreed, I didn't know what to expect when joining the stream. Is this through the console or an emulator? Unfortunately, streaming through the console hasn't worked out well for me, so this is through an emulator. This is actually through a Raspberry Pi. Set up to run RetroPie. However, I do own the original game. You've seen it on my game shelf, so if you've been following the channel. Ooh, I don't like this. If you notice, this is one of my favorite games, and you gotta keep saying how much I don't like some of the levels on here. It's partially because falling into the water means instant death. And it's gonna start automatically rising here in a little bit. Yep. That's okay. And the graphics even get less appealing. Like right now I got this, I mean it's green, which is my favorite color. There's this ugly shade of olive slash, I don't know what you call it. Puke? Baby poop? Just not appealing to me. Really wish I had my second player there so that when I die, it doesn't take me down. But I do have a way to convert composite to HDMI. It just does not look as good. It introduces a delay, which makes me even worse than I am at this game. And So I don't like that it doesn't stop the water from rising when you're trying to switch characters. There we go. You can skip past a lot of this level. You can hit this. There's the checkpoint. And in response to the person who texted me, yes, people actually watch this. Not very many. We're the few, the proud. The people who support the Player One Starts live streams. If he was watching. I doubt he is anymore. But that's my response. Oh, that just makes me very nervous. I've lost the cannonball. Makes me very nervous when I see the water level start rising. Oh, that wasn't bad. Oh, I could have got the DK coin. That's what that was for. Nice. Love those single board computers. Yep. Have different kinds at this point. Raspberry Pi, Odroid, Udo, a few others. Yep. Those are ones that you have. Oh yeah, I have several. Yep. Yeah, this is the only single board computer I have. It's the only one I've actually needed at the moment. But I've wanted to try to mess with either an Arduino or maybe a Pi Studio. Here it is. This could be. Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on. Rejoin me. There we go. This could be where my run ends. This is, I said, maybe not the most difficult level in the game, but the most annoyingly difficult. And this is why. It is all just shooting at barrels, trying to figure out where to go. And I'm not going to get all the secrets in here. My goal is just to make it through it. But it does have one of the best themes in the game. I'm right. My goal is to try to follow the bananas. But they don't always let you know where they're at. There we go. Now here's the hard part. You have like a split second to get those. I'm actually doing pretty good for the first half of this level. Now that I said that. I understand now a little bit why this level has a seemingly relaxing theme. So many times I've raged quit this level. I gotta be careful, I was a little early in a couple of those. I don't know how I'm doing this well. Must be the caffeine. Okay, that's more like it. put one of those little, what do they call them, clap traps there. Yeah, not gonna get back up there. See? All it takes is one misfire and you're dead. I not long ago subscribed to your channel and I've really enjoyed it. Oh, I appreciate it, Dad72. Thanks for the kind words there. And by the way, hopefully you don't notice that, but I need to do that. Because this is probably going to run through all my lives otherwise. So, you know, Trika is doing it all again. Right? It's a little bit cheating. Might use a couple save states here just because it may be the only way I can get through this level, but we'll see. Okay, there's the bananas. Nope, that wasn't the right way. Okay. What am I missing? There we go. Save. Save. Game's ladder. There it is. If I hadn't used that save state. Hey, English guy, how's it going? Hey man, great stream. Any chance of an Atari Jaguar stream showing off some of your Jag games? Absolutely, I can do something like that sometime. But I must say right now, my Jaguar only hooks up through S-Video, and I don't have a good way of capturing that at the moment. At least there's something that can... Actually, I could do it, yeah. It might introduce a delay, but... Run! Run! Okay. I wonder if he's following me or not. He almost looks like claymation. There we go. Got one. Two. Get a little faster. No. I almost had it, now I'm gonna die. Almost had that in one shot, that's right. We made that last scramble, so we'll try it again. Oh. Ah, you can't get too close to him, you gotta throw it at him. I thought I had no problem just a little bit ago trying to get it. Now I'm having nothing but problems. There we go. 1. 2. Oh, I'm sorry, 1. The one I'm counting now. 2. Uh-oh. Yeah. And that's it, I'm dead. I like how they give you no margin for error on these bosses. One. 2. Oh, run. Getting really too far into this. There's 3. I'm right. He's gonna start jumping. There's 4. Should only have 2 more. One more. That guy has a wicked weapon there. Come on. That's it. Yeah, he is. It's all because he makes you stop every time you take a misstep, you're pretty much dead. And unfortunately, that's a lot of rare bosses. Or bosses from the rare games. Freeze your crumb down. Well, this is stage 4. This is farther than I thought I'd make it to, actually. Alright, let's respond to the peanut gallery here. I got him, yep. Here we go. This level is beautifully designed, and yet not always my favorite because you know what? I think if you keep going up, bonus room. So there's actually 2 bonus rooms up here. I don't know how long it took me to figure that out. If you just keep going. There we go. Now I gotta go to bonus room number 2. I'll tell you what, this is very effective at actually taking my mind off everything. Choices are hard. You know what? I can see strengths of either one, but I think the strengths of Saturn are more of the, if you like JRPGs, probably. Because that's probably what they were best at. I mean, there's other games on there that are good too, but... my personal preference, off the top of my head, without, you know, reviewing all the games and checking out everything, would probably be the SNES, just because I'm more familiar with it. I mean, I have a Saturn, I didn't grow up with it though. If I grew up with the Saturn and not the SNES, I'd probably say a different story. But eventually, maybe I'll do a little review where I try something like that. Have consoles of different generations go after each other and see which one was better. Which is better, an Xbox One or an Atari 2600? I like how if you sit here, they'll start eating the honey. Okay, maybe it's just Dixie that starts eating the honey. There it is, yep. Like I said, just those little extra details you didn't used to see in video games, and all of a sudden, Rare's like, yep, let's do that. A lot of bonus areas in this game. Oh yeah, here we go. I like how the spider has to wear tennis shoes. Sneakers, to be more precise. You think the spider wears... You think the spider wears Nike or Adidas? Yep. I got trapped. I couldn't shoot him. I couldn't turn around. Man, I am not doing as well as I thought I would. Here we go. Let's get back on track. Hey, I'm getting tired, but I was too delayed. I find both consoles very similar, stellar RPGs and arcade ports. Yeah, I would agree with that. So, what would be your favorite game on the Saturn? Let's go top 3, since I can never pick a favorite out of them all, so. Good news is I can get my spider buddy back. Spider buddy. Okay, this time, I'm gonna have to lose him within 4 seconds. You can tell when I start doing poorly in areas, when I lose the animal buddy, is because, oh, something is directing me up here. Yes. Nope. Like I said, this is so much easier when you have the spider. I don't know how long it took me to realize that you can angle the web shooters. But I remember not knowing about it. That was close. Again, I'm being redirected. Another bonus room. Night Warriors, Darkstalkers, Revenge, Legend of Oasis, and Sega Rally Championship, rather, are your favorite on the Saturn. Okay. If I had to pick some favorites on Saturn, Sega Rally would be pretty good. I don't know. I think because I played it the most in the arcade, Daytona USA would probably be up there. It's not the best port on the Saturn, but I mean it's a port, a faithful port at that. I was trying to think what else I'd really liked. I would like to get Panzer Dragoon Saga, the RPG version, but it's like $600-700 to get. And if I had that to spend on games, I probably wouldn't need to do this for a living. So. Probably quit my day job and just do this for a living. See how much easier this all gets when you're willing to have the patience to... Oh, I'm gonna lose him. Yeah. Alright. Let's see if I can get the G. Got it, but I'm missing the O. Well, well, well. Everyone take note. Ryan Digraph is in the house. How's it going, man? Everyone's still staying healthy over there. Hey, Rob Allen, too. How's it going, man? Hey, buddy. It's all about Clockwork Knight. That is the... Okay. That was another one I was trying to think of. I did like that. Oops. Did I send her the same level? Yeah, let's get out there. Oh! I bet you. So if you do start select, that gets you out of there. Oh, I just reset the emulator. And if I'm right, this doesn't keep game saves. But... So I just have to redo that one level. Man. Sorry, I meant to exit the level. I wasn't paying attention. So we're going to do this level again. For those of you just joining us, that'll be Ryan and Rob kind of joined me there at the end. I am still going to grab the bonus items. Because why not? You know what? Never mind. I'll try to speed through the level. Sorry you have to watch this level again. Tried to back out of the level and end up resetting the emulator. So you hate it when that happens? That's what I get for using emulation, right? Ooh. And we'll get some areas that I didn't get last time. Like the 3 up there, or the 2 up. Get my spider bud. Alright, isn't this where I got him? I did the same thing, guys. Oh, I got him. If I turned around, that would have killed me. Alright, let's go back to comments here. It's definitely not a good game. Oh, hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. I missed a lot of comments here. Doing pretty good, Ryan. Panzer Dragoon Saga, here's a good game, but nowhere near worth $700 in content. I agree, I don't think any one game is worth that. At least you're buying an arcade machine. Love me some Kong. Oh, this is my favorite. This is what's supposed to take your mind off all the quarantine nonsense. So how did you come up with the Quaran-Stream name? Good job. Yes, I don't know, I was watching another YouTuber, and it just kind of popped into my head. Oh, I'm gonna die again. It just kind of popped into my head, the words Quaran-Stream, because I'm like, oh, it's like quarantine. Puns are fun, right? This is not going to be fun at all. Not without my animal buddy. It's definitely not a good game. It has a guilty pleasure. I have a guilty pleasure for Sonic R. Yeah, Sonic R has good graphics for the Saturn. I really would have liked to have seen that be like a platform game of some sort, but that never happened. Technically, there's only a quarantine in Northern Italy. The rest of us are under Sparkling isolation. That's a good way of putting it. That's when I moved to a new game. Hate replaying levels. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of replaying it right in a row. The sad part is I actually do own this game for a console, but I've had bad luck trying to stream directly from the console. Not bad luck, it's just always something always glitches, and it creates a huge, almost debilitating delay with the equipment I have. And it actually costs, you can for about, what is it, $400, $500 get something like a Frame Meister. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Alright, hang on. Okay, well that did nothing. I really miss having my spider buddy. There we go. Alright. The good news is I had saved the state before then, so there we go. Done with that level yet again. Love Sonic R's soundtrack, reminds me of anime. Yeah. Sonic R is decent, gotta love that Eurodance track, yep. Same here in UK, we've been gradually told that we have to isolate, which I haven't noticed. So yeah, here in Illinois, and Ryan knows this too, he lives not too far away from me, we have been dealing with just a gradual shutdown of all services. I work in a school district, they closed on Monday, they had an e-learning day, and ever since then, we're just waiting to open back up now for, this is day 1, so we have 13 days left. Anyone remember this level? This level is ingrained in my head only because of how many times I had to replay this level. This is another one where I may have to use save states to get through it. I was actually talking about earlier about how I used to rent this game so much as oh no! That's instant death. Alright, how I used to rent this game so much as a kid that I'm very good at the first few stages, but horrible at the rest of them because I'd always get only so far, usually to about this stage. Ooh, that didn't work out well. I get to about this stage, not this level, but this area, the carnival, and I'd have to return the game. And then by the time I'd run it, probably the next weekend, again, someone would delete all of the game saves off of it. I don't know if the video rental store did that, or if someone was just being a first-class a-hole and was deleting all the game saves. I have no idea. There was a bonus back there I missed. Alright. I saved the state again because it's about to get ridiculous again. There we go. Isn't that much better than trying to have to watch me redo the whole thing again? I knew we were towards the end. This reminds me a lot of Rush of Blood on PlayStation VR, a roller coaster horror game. That sounds terrifying. Mental health. Oh yeah, not good for mental health in the long run. Yeah. I mean, the people who know me best will say that this cold quarantine social isolation thing is no different from my normal lifestyle, and they might be right. I am more of a hermit and a homebody, which is why I'm able to do a lot of this stuff. This is where the difficulty starts getting cranked up to 11 fast. If I'm right, this is where a lot of my game runs ended as a kid. So I do have to say too, do you guys have a lot of sporting events that got canceled? I just heard WrestleMania is still going to be a go, but they're not going to have an audience. And apparently they just did something very similar. That did not last nearly as long as I thought it would. Can't touch the floor. Can't touch the ceiling. Obviously can't touch the mosquitoes. Let's try that again with the dragonflies. I don't know what I call mosquitoes. Well, if I'm gonna die first, I want to take a Diddy out. Yep. Oh, that's what that bonus barrel's for. There's a, or that invincibility barrel. Can you? Oh, you can bounce along the bottom. I thought you couldn't touch the floor. Can't touch the top though. What sense does that make? I heard Marble Olympics isn't being canceled. Is that a real thing? Sorry, I just haven't heard of that before. Marble Olympics. I mean, I would assume things like esports is probably still going to be good. Why can't I make that jump now? I made it the first time. Alright, let's see if I can make it more than 5 seconds into this level again. Yeah, I'm just firing these off as fast as I can now. Trying to get rid of as many obstacles as possible. Oh, can't kill those guys. And extra life. Let's go ahead and save the state there. Probably should just drop it. Need to have like an auto fire button for this. What do you think? Is this the easier route? Yep. Yeah, somewhat. Get the O. Already missed the K, so I'm not gonna worry about any more letters. Oh good, it gets rid of the boomerang when you need it. Not gonna worry about the coins. Halfway point. Good. Not doing too bad now. Oh, I guess that's what these points are for. Have I mentioned how many times I hate these like ant things that you can't kill with just one jump? And how they awkwardly respawn. Sorry. Can't tell I have some experience with save states. In the modern ways to play this, is this on the Switch now? I don't think it is. Oh. Alright. There we go. That you can press the rewind button and have a second go at certain areas. Of course, they give you the ability to fire, but then they take away the ability to kill enemies. Gosh, that was not fun. Yeah, now you guys see me just try to plow through this and get killed a whole bunch of times. Excuse me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. These bees don't quit coming. Anybody else find these bees terrifying as a kid? Just me? Not doing too shabby. Aside from a couple of cheats. Good. If I didn't have save states, that would have ended my game run right here. I gotta admit, as much as I love the GameCube, as much as I love the Switch, the GameCube will always be my favorite Nintendo console. It's my first console to call my own, and has a special place in my heart. That is understandable. That is definitely understandable. All the cinemas have shut down in your city. Yeah, Rob, that's they're starting to do that here too in Illinois. So that's starting to be probably the next thing that everyone's going to do. Freaking Reese. There are videos on YouTube. I'll have to look that up for English Premier Soccer. So that's for the Marble Olympics. I'll have to look that up and see that. It's strangely fun and satisfying to watch. Hey, no judgment from me. Do I ever use a CRT for retro gaming? Whenever I'm not live streaming, usually yes. Most of my retro gaming is done on a CRT and an original Super Nintendo console. So when I live stream though, I have to use something different. If I had the money to invest in it, I could, make the original consoles look better, perform better, have almost no lag. Yeah, but it's expensive to do, and this is a much cheaper solution. I've had nightmares about those Hornets, no joke. See? That's no joke. Those things are terrifying. I remember, yeah, kind of having dreams with that sound, that buzzing sound in your head. So, my first console that I remember having was probably the Nintendo Entertainment System. But the first console I remember us getting from beginning to end, oops, darn, was the Super Nintendo, which is this one. My brother got a Sega Genesis for his birthday, so that's why I have experience with that console as well. There we go. Destroy them all. Japanese Hornets, they're huge. Apparently I failed. I don't know. How many of those did I actually get? Oh yeah, this is the one where I gotta place first. He's dead. 8, 7. 6. I'm moving through the field. If I'm right, I can get close to first before the first checkpoint. This reminds me of something that you would see on the Genesis to remind you about blast processing. Yeah, that wasn't doing too well. Darn it. Okay. I'm a little trigger happy. Oh! Went to pass and it just wasn't enough. Oh! So close. And yet so far. I probably should jump there, right? I probably should jump at the right time there, right? There we go. Oh. That's right, I can get third. Keep going. Jump off of him. I'll get it. I keep getting him, but then I keep messing up the next jump. There. Oh no! That's tough. Missed the jump. So I'm second now, right? On my third. Now I'm second. First place, got the coin, and I'm done. As long as they don't cancel the Genesis concert I'm going to in December, then I'll be heartbroken. Yeah, that does sound terrible, but Genesis concert? Where are they going? Where are they doing that at? I heard some, I think I heard. Nope. How do I get up there? Oh, that's how I get up there. Boom, got it. That's awesome. I'm fond of my Sony Trinitron 32-inch CRT. Now, is that a PVM or a KVM? What do they call it? The higher resolution CRTs? Because I don't have one of those. I just have like a standard old bought at a store CRT. Blast processing. I remember the commercial. I guess Sega was referring to having a faster processor in the sense. That's what they thought they were referring to, yes. The marketing team had no clue. Okay, where am I going? Am I already at the boss? Nope, got one more. Mudhole Marsh. I'm using save states now ever since I accidentally reset the game. I had to redo one of my levels. Oh. Oh yeah. You can't tell me this guy isn't supposed to represent Sonic. Look at that guy. He spins around real fast. Blue. Hedgehog looking. You can't tell me that's not supposed to be Sonic. Okay, apparently I was supposed to hit all those guys. Yep. Okay. Task failed successfully there. Failed unsuccessfully there. I wish console manufacturers would make fun of each other more. Yeah, it's definitely not as aggressive as the stuff back in the day. Well, Microsoft was trying to position themselves as, hey, you know, this is how game consoles are supposed to be made. And then they decided to go ahead and mess things up by adding a hard drive, letting people not finish a game. They can just release it and then say, okay, if it's good, we'll finish it. Can't tell I'm a little bitter at Microsoft, right? How in the world did that hit me? All for bananas. But now Microsoft's struggling so bad. Yeah, he does. His name is Blonick. That's great. See, yeah, stuff like that. So they have two references to Sonic here. They have the fast-scrolling levels, and they have a blue hedgehog named Blonick. Wonderful. As I said, the Easter eggs are... Ooh, I'm surprised I didn't die there. Why am I carrying this chest when I know it has nothing I want in it? Well, good thing I got this then. Kick the useless Diddy out of the way. I really don't want to lose Dixie. She's about the only way I can beat this level. I got my checkpoint, which is good because I'm going to die again. Oh, I got Dixie back. One job. Quicker the Jaguar is the best console in the 90s. Do the math. Yeah. The Retron 5 natively uses HDMI, so I wanted it to work on my CRT, so I ended up getting a digital to analog converter that goes HDMI to AV. I don't think I've ever seen anyone try to accomplish that task. How does that work? Does it introduce any delay, or... Because as I said, my biggest issue is the delay. Okay. Well, now I understand why they made them black. Take care, dude. It's tomorrow over here. Needs much needed Z's. Hey, I understand. Thanks for joining me, Rob. I appreciate you stopping by. I think it helped lag when playing it. So I guess, yeah, I guess that's another thing. Is there a lag? Oh. That's why I had Dixie back earlier. I didn't realize that was a buddy barrel, if that's what they call it. Okay. Save that one, kind of. No! Okay. Hopefully this warps me to the end. So yeah, does the Retron 5 introduce delay on HDMI? My TV is set up with a game mode where it's not supposed to matter. Oh. There's no way to avoid that, I guess. Where it's set up to reduce input lag by turning off picture processing, I guess. Makes the image look a little bit dimmer, not as crisp, but more responsive. So yes, I guess I don't have the excuse that my TV has an input lag. I guess it still does, it's just, it's toned down. Oh, the DK coin is in there. I was wondering why that was at in this level. How good is the Retron 5? Not a big fan of Hyperkin's products. Many other products feel cheap. I agree with that. At least with the one that I had. I had a Nintendo clone console that I was using. Granby Rumble. Save the state. I'm saving the state now each time because of that reset. One thing to try is to use a splitter instead to console input. And one output to the TV like normal, and one to the encoder. Yeah, the problem is with my composite, and I agree, that would be a good solution. If I can get one that can not reduce the signal enough, because when I did that before to capture footage for, like Duck Hunt, I had to try to capture footage while recording, and if you have any delay introduced, the gun doesn't work. So, or it doesn't work right, or all the time. So, I tried doing that, and it just reduced the signal too much. The TV couldn't handle it, the capture card couldn't handle it, so I eventually had to abandon that. But if I can get one that doesn't reduce the signal out of there as much, then yes. Like I said, a FrameMeister or something like that might be the ultimate solution, but it's just way too expensive. couldn't move. I was stuck to the wall. Am I going down or up? Assuming I'm going up. That was close. There we go. I was going to say I need to get to a checkpoint barrel. Alright, save the state. Let's check some comments. That should eliminate any additional lag. Yeah, I agree. Composite or RF? Pretty sure the one you're talking about is RF. You know what? Good question. It's been so long since I've tried it. It may have been RF. It may have been RF. That's all I can say at the moment. It could be either one at this point. Good. I was going to say, since I don't have my... And good, I don't have to worry about someone riding on top. It was quite a quest to get the Retron 5 on my CRT. I do not doubt. That does not sound fun. Oh, I can't bust the birds. Can't kill that guy. Oh. I forgot about that. That actually scared me a little bit. It's been so long since I played this level. Alright. Try this again. If I'm right, let's try this. No, I can't go through the exit. There's a way to get that DK coin, but I don't know what it is. Sorry guys, I keep touching my face. Well, I got a call and check on my parents. Might check in later if you're still streaming. Well, thanks, Dad72. I really appreciate you stopping by. Definitely, glad to have you in the stream. Okay, this time it let me break the barrel. The last time it took away one of my peeps. Oh. Almost ran off a cliff. Guess that answers that question. Like how the music changes to something very dramatic. Yep, wasn't even gonna look back there. I'd love to watch you play Donkey Konga Jungle Beats on the Nintendo GameCube with the Donkey Konga bongos. I think it would be a blast. That would be interesting, yes, because I am not that big of a fan of the bongos. I do have it. I don't think I've played through that game, to tell you the truth. Alright. Where are we at? Gotta hit the stinger, right? Yep. Got him. Oh! Okay. Oh! That's unfortunate. Go for the stinger. Okay. How many times have I hit him? Twice? Oh, I was so close. Oh no! He respawns. There we go. Very serious platforming right now with the Hornets. No kidding. Those bosses are something else in this game. Well, folks, we're at Gloomy Gulch. We've been streaming now for about 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and start this one, but I don't think we're going to finish it. Definitely going to save the state here. Oh, yes, this is one of the ghostly ropes. Like I put one enemy you have to jump on next to another one you have to roll into. Good game design there, Rare. Make it as difficult as possible. Did not mean to save the states, just have it. Got myself into the habit of it now, and now I can't get out of it. So does this stream help you taking your mind off of everything that's going on out there? In the real world? The video games take you away to a different time and a different place before there were anything such as a nationwide, I guess not quarantine, but ooh, that's close. Maybe that's why I messed it up the first time. Hornets remind me of Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yep, they're about right. Same game company. Look at them graphics. Better than a lot of 32-bit games. Probably 9 out of 10 games. Amazing. Oh yeah. Definitely a strong aesthetic art style in this game. That translated very well. I mean, this was like when they perfected... Oh! This is like when they perfected their way to compress graphics from their SGI workstations into a 16-bit system. Oh, that's close. No. That was close. I'm gonna get the bonus barrel here. There it is. So this stream started out by having someone tell me that no one wanted to watch this. I had another person surprised that somebody was actually watching this, and now look what we have here. We have 10 viewers at the moment. We have a whole bunch of people reminiscing about the glory days of the 16-bit era. How they did kind of the sun peeking in through the trees is kind of nice. Nice touch. Well, that's not very nice. Saturn has a few excellent looking 2D platformers. Don't know how to pronounce that. Is that Astal? Probably saying that wrong. But yes, I agree, because I think mainly the Saturn was designed with 2D stuff in mind. They knew it was going to do 3D, but the 3D really seemed like it was an afterthought in this design. Because instead of doing traditional polygons, they warp sprites into polygons, basically allowing them to scale and rotate. And the Saturn's just really good at doing a whole bunch of them. Okay. Oh, I tried to jump, and it wouldn't jump. Did you hear me press the button? Who wouldn't watch this? Don't listen to the naysayers. My college professor said he didn't see why people wanted to watch someone play video games. Thank God he didn't listen to him. This is my passion. Never let anyone take away your passion. Oh, thanks, T-Tech, for that. I appreciate that. I think we're all about passionate about this. So. And like I said, if I wasn't streaming, I'd still be playing. So, at least this way I get to involve, get some socialization in the times where we have to be socially isolated. Alright, saving the state right here so I don't lose any more lives with this. Oh! Almost lost a life right there. Okay. And then there's this one that really was throwing me off. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, we were towards the end to begin with. Player capabilities of the Saturn outperformed the PS1, it's just that many developers didn't take advantage of how. Yeah, I've been hearing. Oops. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's probably my PC starting to get bogged down. Let's take a look here. Got my green shirt on. Yep, looks like that my stream's gonna start doing that a little bit. I wonder if I pause it. I'm not quite sure how to pause. Whew. Let's see if we can do it on a level here. Let me know if it looks too bad. If it starts looking really chunky, let me know. Could be my internet connection finally giving up the ghost. It's been pretty good the last couple times. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one is one of those scary levels. You're like going through an old haunted library that has mine carts for some reason. Here, you have this ghostly skeleton at the background. There he is again. Okay. Ooh. There we go. I heard this song performed by an orchestra. Ooh. I heard this song performed by an orchestra, and it is insane. Oh my gosh, that's not really good. Alright. Gotta get the timing right. Wow, I'm gonna die there. Timing your jumps is essential here. There we go. So it looks like you can only hit one. Oh, I can't. Let's try this. There we go. Got the bonus room. Well, that was quick. So I can't jump on the bees, I have to avoid the bees. Ooh. So I like how if you hit both, it still takes away time. Whatever's to your detriment, not to your help. That's what Rare likes to do in their games. I got it the first time, come on. Oh. There we go. And that's the end. Whew! With DKC being among the best games on the SNES, what is the worst game on the SNES? Whew. That's a tough one. Any suggestions for that? I mean, I can think of a couple I didn't enjoy. How about ones that other people seem to enjoy that you have no idea why? I was trying to think of that. Man. Here's a game that's not very good that I did enjoy. Inspector Gadget. Used to rent that game all the time. I was more of a Inspector Gadget kind of fan. Okay, so I got a stream as healthy, followed by a stream as doing poor again. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth scrolling. So YouTube's not liking how fast this is going. Yeah, I kind of see it now. Keep an eye on this here. Shaq Fu, yeah. That would be one, I can't believe that game got a remake. But again, that's not a game I ever played. Oh. That seemed unavoidable. Okay. Pause. Jump. Jump. There we go. Is supposed to be there. Is this? Stream back good and healthy again? Oh! That was quick. More like a Sonic level. Nope. Still says error. It went healthy for a little while and getting error. So yeah, it sounds like my internet connection's about on its last leg here. Which is due to my internet provider. Oh. So, I think this may be my last level anyway. Not that it's getting too late, but that I'm reaching the pinnacle of my skill level here. Ooh. Okay. This one you gotta wait for the wind to quit blowing. Like they have the leaves here to tell you. Couldn't do that on an 8-bit console. Sounds good. I'm streaming good here in Edmonton. Oh, that's good. I'm listening to you. Sounds good as well. Okay. As long as you guys are hearing it okay, I guess that's good. YouTube just keeps throwing up an error every now and again, which happens because I'm probably hitting my the top of my upload speed here. I'd like to stream from work sometime because that would not while I'm working, of course. But I like to stream from work because the internet connection there is very strong, and there would be no problem with me even 4K streaming from there if I had 4K going here. Oh, it's this level. This level is notorious. Good luck. Yeah. It's one of those levels that looks easier than it is. Thankfully, with the save states, yeah, I can't kill any of these either. That's okay, because I'm about to get them right back. That's my sad face. Oh, did not mean to do that. So it looks like I can't fly higher either. Man, I did the same thing again. Follow the banana trail. So there's a bonus room there. I'm just waiting for the areas that are really difficult, which you can't fly up, you can only not fall down as slowly. There we go, there's the halfway point. And this is where the hitboxes on those hornets becomes even more, or bees becomes even more. Let's go down faster. Nope, not as fast. Faster. almost like an auto-scrolling level that you can control the speed of the scroll. Yeah, not as easy as it looks, folks. Right there. I'm not willing to lose a single person because I'm probably going to need all of my... Okay. Not as fast. Oh, what happened there? It's another bourgeois part of the game. Not bourgeois, bourgeois. 1920s slang for a term I don't want to use on this channel. Oh. This part reminds me of a lot of Battletoads. You're falling down the... Oh, that's it? I think it's poor eyesight because most times I barely notice the difference between 4K and 1080p. Well, it's not just you. I think the human eye has a hard time distinguishing between the two. Web Woods. Oh! What happened there? Can I get back up to the DK barrel? Barrel up. Let's see if I can make it back up there. Not quite what I wanted to do. Got my spider buddy. Feeling I'm supposed to go down here. Oh! Runaway web. The only good hornet is a dead hornet. I shouldn't say that because the mascot of the school I work at is the Hornets. It's also the school where I went to school as well, so... Oh! So I'm gonna keep calling them bees like I were. I think that they're actually supposed to be hornets. But they're bees. They make honey. Do hornets make honey? Now the odd part of the stream where I'm tired. Oh, not tired, maybe a little fatigued. Is that a sprite limit where you can't shoot more than 2 webs at once? And they disappear after a while? Or is that like a decision to make the game a bit more difficult? Scanning down, so I need to go down. Oh, hello. Oh, Alexo, you didn't have to do that. Thanks for the donation, man. I appreciate it. I care about frame rate over resolution any day. I'd rather play a game 1080 60 than 4K 30. I hear that. So, oh, are you guys going to be watching? Oh, you're cool. I don't know if Hornets make money. The weird conversations you can have because of Donkey Kong. But again, I'll say thanks, OXO, for the donation. Really appreciate it. I'm not sure what that is in American dollars, but I'm going to assume it's close to 2 million. Does that sound right? Not quite sure what inflation's doing in the market now. It'll probably be worth 99 cents minimum. But no, seriously, any amount is much appreciated. I really do appreciate you guys. So, welcome, like I said before, stream is a happy, fun distraction. Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad everyone else is getting, or someone else is getting some enjoyment out of it as well. Alright, the camera's not moving. So am I supposed to be going up or down? Would have been nice if the camera moved earlier. I can't jump on them? What are the rules? I think they're predators. They have bees and other insects. Yeah, I've heard that before. There's actually a movie with Ian McKellen, also known as Gandalf. He is where he plays an aging Sherlock Holmes, where he's like in his 90s. And that's a mystery he has to solve, is who's hunting the bees. Yeah, I don't know if it's hornets or not, but I don't want to spoil the movie in case somebody else is into that stuff. I watched it one day because I was bored, and I guess I could have been playing a video game, but I wasn't at that time. There are some times, you know, where you get, I don't know if it's gamer fatigue, but there's just some times where you just want to shut off, shut down, and just sit down and enjoy watching something instead of doing something. That's close. So as you can see, I am not conservative with these webs. I abused the heck out of this function. This is almost designed like an arcade game. It's designed to eat your quarters and keep you moving. I hit the ceiling. There is no ceiling. You can tell why none of my childhood controllers still work. Between me and my brother, I think we had we did a number on the original controllers that we had as a kid. I'm not gonna kill them all, just what I need. Sad face. I didn't even get back to the part where I was dropping down, did I? I guess maybe I did. Okay. Kind of like a cheat because the guy didn't even. Alright. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's do that. Okay. Using some save states now in case I mess up again. Okay, here's where I bit it earlier the last time. And I'll wait for this web to disappear. So there's some parts of the ceiling I can't jump to, which is what killed me before. There it is. And yeah, I was supposed to follow that cannonball if I wanted to find the secret, but just want to beat the level. Until we're finally getting across. I think I'm gonna die. Oh. I don't know how I'm not dead. Okay. How did that happen? Nope. That's a big old box of nope from me. Don't care about those guys. I'm just getting through the level. Like I'm taking like little itsy bitsy spider steps. Sorry, I can know. Alright. Nope, we're gonna get that PK coin. Look at that, I only had to cheat to get him. The fog is very impressive in this game. Oh, I'm back. Hey, welcome back, Dad72. Thanks for coming back to us. For me personally, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is a game you can always sit down and sink time into. Do you have a game that gives you the same satisfaction? Paper Mario is a good game. I was trying to think if I have something that's kind of like that where I can just play for long hours. To say the truth, games that I always try to beat each are games like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon. I always try to get through those at least once a year. Oh, should have been paying attention. Sorry. I was trying to think. I like RPGs, but I'm not really into replaying them. Once I beat an RPG, I'm pretty well done with it. I don't think I've gone back. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot this is the ghost of the first boss that you, Almost. Oh, they give you a chance to get hit in this boss fight. That's the first time I've seen that. Ghost. 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 Real. Take that, Ghost. Oh, my God. Oh, almost. Let's see if I can beat him now. Ghost. 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 Real. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Just know which side he's coming in now. You dead? Yes. He's dead again. How are you able to shoot again at the end barrel? Shoot again. I don't get what you're asking. One of the things that I've been using in this game is save states because I'm not as good at this game as I used to be. So this is actually an emulator that I'm using. But I think that's as far as I'm going to make it till tonight. So we've been streaming for about almost exactly 3 hours now. And I've done it without a break. So what we're going to do now is I think this is where we're going to end today's stream. Let's see how many people are watching now, actually. Oh, wow. We've got a lot of people still on there, and the stream is healthy. But now let's get into the final sections of the game, and these are the hardest. But I'm also almost out of time for tonight anyway. So the birds are transparent, yeah. That was, they were supposed to be ghosts of some sort. Oh, thanks, T-Tech Trav. You were here for almost the entire stream. I appreciate you hanging around, participating in the chat, lurking, whatnot. So, appreciate everyone who was able to come in and get in on this stream. It looks like Nintendo will probably claim ownership of this video, but definitely appreciated having all you guys on here. It was definitely worth it. I do have a new video coming out on Thursday where I'm going to start the Ultimate Sega CD review. I have 2 parts ready to roll. I have part 1 ready this week. Next week will most likely be part 2. Then there will be another gap because I still have to capture footage for the Sega CD. So my next stream might be capturing game footage for the Sega CD. In which case I'll probably be back on my normal streaming setup because that's got 2 capture codes so I can capture for the channel. Thanks, Todd. I appreciate that. So if I do end up streaming again, my schedule, if I do stream, is usually on Tuesdays, because that works out better for me. But if this whole lockdown, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, ends up continuing, I may do a little bit earlier than that. So, fun was had and was a pleasure. ST Check Show said, oh, I appreciate that, guys. Have a good night. Yep, you guys too. So, I guess until Thursday, till the video comes out, I appreciate everyone who stopped by today. Thanks for everyone who was in here on the stream, and I will see you all next time. Have a good night, everyone.